could be. This divine present moment. Welcome in, everybody. Oh, it's so good to be back. What a 24 hours since our last stream. My goodness. Welcome in, Michael Gibbons, Nicholas Phillips, Finn Deneen. Namaste, brother. Divine present moment to you all. We got Goots coming in, Nico Maddock, Nate Boss Bonner, PTH Flyers. Let's go, people. Who do we got out here in Kickstream world? There's Linz. Namaste. Hello, Linz. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for calling me Gabriel. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Sometimes I'm forgetting myself, but you aren't. You are catching it for me. How the hell are you, Linz Murdoch? And hello to Lisa. I know she must be there as well, but how the hell are you after yesterday's stream? After that beautiful share you made that inspired everybody to just come forward, just the same way with John, the same way with Yakov, the same way with everybody who's been sharing lately. How do you feel, Lens? Let us know. Lisa, check in. How are you? How are you doing? How's the guided meditations going? Michael J. Gibbons, what's going on, brother? Dilly Barudi, namaste, brother. Namaste to both you brothers. How you guys doing? How the hell are you? What is going on? Nicholas Phillips, Nicomatic 6. Where are you tuning in from, pal? Where are you tuning in from? Alec Leonard, Ethan Kindry, a current Owen Sound Attacker and a former Owen Sound Attacker. Lenny, how the hell are you in Boston, kid? What's life like down there? Kins, what's the scoop on the team lately? How you feeling? How you doing out there, pal? Nico Maddox says, do you still play hockey, Gabriel? And any tips on how to be better? All right, brother. I do not play anymore. I retired in 2022. Thank you for asking. September 2022. So over 3 years now. And of course I got tips to be better, my brother. That was my life for 13 years straight of nothing else I focused on. So of course I have tips to get better. So hit me with questions on what specifically you want me to talk about, brother. We got Dilly Barudi. What's up, brother? Namaste. Tuning in from northern New Jersey, playing mini sticks with my 10-month-old. I love it, Dilly. Getting the kid in the game early. Why don't you? Might as well, right? Hey, pass down the love of the game. Hockey's a great way to experience life in a condensed period of time. My goodness, I lived 100 years of life in 8 years of pro hockey, 13 years of junior as well. So believe me, man, that's beautiful. Nico, Binghamton, New York, your old stomping grounds for the Devils. I love it. The shadiest place east of the frickin' Rocky Mountains, brother. Takes a strong soul to live there, to shine your light through all those clouds. My goodness. And Linz is checking in with us. She says, I'm good, thank you. It was really freeing, honestly. I also learned that I don't cry nearly enough. For some reason, I'm afraid to cry, but it felt so good to cry. Isn't it? Isn't that a strange phenomenon, Linz? It's like when we need to puke. We just don't want to do it. It seems so awful, but you just know it's going to feel better. You just know it's going to feel better. I totally resonate with that. And crying is such a beautiful experience. It really is. Lisa, I am finding them so helpful. I've noticed such a change in my spirits. That is beautiful, Lisa. You are finding your own way with the meditation journey. That's what's so beautiful about Collective Memoria and this path. There is no right path. Everybody has to know their own path. Everybody has to walk their own path. You just come for the vibration to feel community, and then you go out and you tackle that path any way you see fit, and we're there to support you. So I'm so happy you're finding this helping you. That is beautiful. You ultimately are your own guru, people. You are all your own guru. That's all gurus ever tell disciples. Literally, like, there is no such thing as a guru. You are your own guru. You are your own teacher. You are your own expert. That's how this works, okay? That's why Collective Memoria is just about coming together and sharing notes of the path. Crying releases toxins. You're damn right it does. Physical and emotional. Dilly Barudi, just got back from celebrating 7 years of sobriety at my AA meeting. So grateful. Namaste, Dilly Barudi. Congratulations, brother, on the level you are at there. That is beautiful, brother. I have had such interesting interactions with people with AA. I mean, my brother Ryan Phillips out in Vancouver said it's been amazing, and I never understood it, but when I went through my spiritual awakening, my goodness, did I understand it after that. And now I know how important spirituality is in AA and the origins of it, which are Unbelievable. If people don't know, we could talk about that. It's very fascinating. Ben Davies, what's going on, brother? Goots, good for you, Dilly, and congratulations. That's awesome. Love the love in the group chat there, boys. I love to see it. I love to see it. Who else we got in here? Goots, Dilly Broody, Michael J. Gibbons. We got the girls on the girls in the Meat Monkey spacesuits on the kick stream. Who else we got in here? I think we got Sharzy, I think. What do we got? Kyle Ma. What's going on, Kyle Ma? I haven't seen your name come up before. I think you just followed recently. Are you a new joiner to this journey to Collective Memoria? Let us know where you're tuning in from, pal. We'd love to know. Where are you tuning in from? Where are you tapping in to this vibration from? There's Sharzy. There he is, people. Namaste. I made it tonight. Last night was epic. Sorry I missed it. No worries, brother. You were there in spirit. Your wisdom's always here. Whether you are here in the Meat Monkey spacesuit or not, your consciousness is always with us, brother. No doubt about that. Kyle Ma, sup, Curtis? What's going on, brother? Canada. Okay, well, Canada's pretty big place, brother. Where are you from in Canada? Let's specify a little bit. Let's specify. Love to know. Ava Fusco, what's going on? Love to see more females in the Meat Monkey spacesuits out here. Love that. My following's mostly men. Makes sense with my story, what I've gone through. But the story's universal, people. Love to see the women coming in. Goots, about to watch this Boston tilt and have dinner. Great start to the week and hope the same for everyone else. Beautiful, Goots. Beautiful. Love to hear that. Love to hear that. Watching some hockey, making some dinner, playing mini sticks with the 10-month-old. What is life, eh? Kyle Ma, used to date Michaela back in the day. I think that's where I found you from. Oh, okay. I got you. Okay, well, Kyle Ma, you're really not narrowing it down for us. Ontario is like larger than most countries in the world. So we gotta let us know where you're from. It must be Chatham area where Michaela's from. But that makes sense. Stetter 19 coming in from Prince Edward Island. Brother, later there for you. An hour later. Thank you so much for joining on the stream. Appreciate you. Stetter 19. Love it. Sharzy, busy weekend of hockey. Does that mean a busy weekend in the National, in the AHL, the Always Hungry, in hockey in general? Let us know. Let us know, Sharzy, what you're referencing. Barrie. Okay, that's specific, Kyle. That's what we're talking about. Barrie. I grew up in Newmarket, Ontario, so we're from the same neck of the woods, pal. Now we can resonate. Now we can talk about. Now we can converse about some places, right? Newmarket, dead. Barrie's a much cooler place than where I'm from. So congrats to you to be born in Barrie and not Newmarket, let me tell you. Kevin Fife. What's going on, brother? Namaste. Welcome in. Divine Present Moment. DK Timothy, the same to you. How the hell are you guys? We got Lisa. We got Kyle. We got Goots. DK Timothy and Matt Stetter 19 out there in Prince Edward Island. Stetter, are you from, I guess it's a small island, so everywhere's kind of close. Where are you from in PI? You near Summerside? That's really the only place I know because of those crazy ass Gallant brothers. You must know a little bit about them. Ross Johnston and all those bad boys. Kyle Ma, I think I knew about you when you were playing for San Jose. Yeah, that makes sense. I met Michaela a couple months 8 months before playing in San Jose, the start of COVID, so that makes sense. Always seemed like a really cool dude, though. Namaste, brother. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. It takes one to know one, pal. We're just mirrors for each other, right? Takes one to know one. All right, Sharzy's dropping in with this busy weekend of hockey. He says, no, my nephew this past weekend. If I question a ref again, supposedly I'm suspended. But don't worry, I got a Santa suit coming from Amazon. They can't suspend Santa. Sharzy, you're a wild one, man. You're always thinking ahead, aren't you? You can't kick Santa out. Santa also, but Sharzy, you put on that Santa outfit, you got to act the part. You can't be bad Santa. You can't be, what's his name, Burt Reynolds. You can't be doing that whole charade. So that'll be a good way, a good fail safe. If you get kicked out, then you can come back as Santa and you can fly under the radar there, being the guy for the kiddos. Kyle Ma, how's playing in the NHL though, brother? When I was under the illusion of fear and the ego, it was pretty freaking awesome when I was up there. Let me tell you, it's a nectar that's pretty sweet. The Always Hungry League ain't got nothing on the Never Hungry League. The NHL, it was pretty sweet, man. It had me buzzing off levels I didn't know were possible. I was barely sleeping and I had more energy than I knew what to do with. I mean, living that life was pretty nice when you're treated like a god, and I can't even imagine what the guys who are at the top level feel like, right? Like I was a knuckle dragger and I felt pretty damn privileged, so it was pretty nice. Stetter, Hunter River, grew up playing against those animals. Jesus, Stetter, You're a nail gun growing up and playing against those animals. Animals is right. What's savages? It's savages. Kyle Ma, it's crazy how hard it is to make it. You're damn right, brother. I saw a video recently. I keep talking about this. I don't think it's true, but this lady said she broke down the numbers and that the NHL is the hardest league to make given the amount of kids that play or something, and the amount of spots there are. 600-700 spots in the NHL. Like, it didn't seem right. I feel like UFC is way harder to make it into the top. Boxing, all these different sports, but obviously there's even less spots in that aspect. But I guess with the amount of kids that play hockey, very rare, very rare. And I'm very blessed to know that, kind of just designed my own reality and made myself get to the NHL. I knew I was going to get there. I believed it before I got there, and that gave me such a great blueprint when I went through my spiritual awakening to know that I just got to believe it and I can make it happen. We are the creator of this universe, whether you know it or not, people. So once you tap into that energy, life just becomes a beautiful playground, like a little pit stop in your journey through this cosmos. So very grateful for my time, that's for sure. Peter Flame, what's going on, brother? Namaste. You see Janot and Jack-Eye. I did see Janot and Jack-Eye, and that went exactly how I thought it would be. Janot is no joke. I mean, people, he's climbing the ranks. The way he fights, he is never taking a step backwards. He is not scared at all. He has harnessed that fear, and he's just a good old farm Western boy. Like, he just walks through people. Doesn't matter if they outweigh him by 20, 30 pounds. It's hella impressive. McDermott, Jack-Eye, Johnston, just cleaning people up. I really want to see Janot and Delorier. I want to see Janot and Olivier. These are guys that are these 6'1". That's kind of where the top fighters are right now. They're 6'1". They're 215 to 230, and they're just animals. That's where the top guys are. Kyle Ma, do you still watch a lot of hockey? I don't watch a ton. I watch what I need to stay plugged into the game and relate to everyone. But no, I don't watch it in my free time too much. It's only with people or reviewing fights, that kind of thing. Welcome, Clever USA. Somebody Like You official. What is going on? Ben Myers, my soul brother. I'm feeling a call in. Another chat between you and me would be nice coming up sometime here. Damn, brother, how you doing? Let me know. Goots says golf. I don't know what you're talking about there, pal. Greg Mann sent a request. Greg Mann wants to come in, everybody. We got a guy just wanted to come in hard. I appreciate that, Greg Mann. Last night it kind of happened organically. It was just a beautiful share of what these guys had. So we're going to keep it a little more kosher tonight, I think, but I appreciate the request. Kyle Ma, UFC is underpaid for sure. Any advice on how to raise your kids to make it? Whoa. All right, Kyle Ma, that's a big question. How old are you, brother? Do you have kids? Or are you asking for yourself, or are you asking for a friend? That would be interesting to know. But the only advice I have for you to raise your kid to make it is to not raise your kid to make it. Did everybody hear that? The only advice I would give on how to raise your kid to make the NHL is don't raise your kid to make the NHL. That's the last thing you want to do. That is a nightmare. Don't force your kid to do anything or raise your kid to do anything. Raise your kid to be a kid and a good human being. That's the only thing I care about. If he ends up playing hockey, great. That's about it. Hockey night in San Diego. Holy shit. What's going on? Hockey night in San Diego. Namaste to you and yours. Welcome in. Kyle Ma, Columbus and Flyers fighter are sick. Columbus and Flyers fighters are sick. Okay. Greg Mann, where are you located at now? Ever play in the ECHL? I did not play in the East Coast. Thank goodness I didn't go to the jungle of the jungle. Those guys are savages. Sleeping on buses overnight, playing 3-3s in cities 15 hours apart. Those guys are animals. My goodness. I give all the respect in the world to East Coast guys and what they're getting paid. Like, that's the love of the game right there. I got to respect it. But I am located currently in Mississauga, Ontario, but I live in Owen Sound, Ontario, where I played junior in the OHL. Daddy Dunner, what's going on, pal? How the hell are you? Namaste. Pam, D, how's it going? Hardest to make sport-wise. Oh, that's what you're saying, golf. I see what you're saying, Goots. Thanks for the context. Yes, hardest to make. I would agree with that. So many people play. What up, Daddy Dunner? What up, brother? Kyle Ma, 34. Okay, so do you have kids, Kyle Ma? Planning to. Okay. So it sounds like you want them to play in the National. Salty McFlurry, welcome in. But yeah, brother, I would say the number one thing is don't try to make your kids anything other than good fellow human beings. Let them decide their path. Don't force anything on those kids, brother. Brack 16. Hi, Curtis. Hope all is well. Do you still talk to anyone from the OHL? Namaste, Brax. Thanks for the question. Welcome in. Crayjoy, Joanna, welcome in. Namaste to you and yours. I do talk to guys in the OHL. I'm really close with a couple guys. Especially as we've gotten older, we've matured, and the conversations are so much richer and deeper, right? And not so one-dimensional. So I definitely talk to guys from the OHL, and I very much appreciate it. Even current guys that are playing. Daddy Dunner, I'm just trying to teach my kids to be resilient humans. Amen, brother. Amen. And to be honest, the number one thing you could do for your kids, people, is raise them from a young age, remembering who they are. Now, you have to do the work on yourself, though, first, to be able to pass that knowledge down, right? You got to be pretty dialed in to pass down to your kids who they really are. If you better know who you are yourself. So resiliency is one thing. I would go beyond that to say, if you remember who you are, there ain't no need for resilience. You just are everything. And life is a joyous time in this earth school that we come here for, 50 to 120 years? That's our lifespan, roughly. It's going to keep getting more and more as we upgrade medicine and stuff, but we're here to learn, people. We're here to learn and grow. Hockey Night in San Diego. Thanks. Saw you play here a couple times. Yeah, you did, and I think I fought Sabrin out there. You must have seen that one before. Kyle Mall, Matthew Olivier, and Delorier. Oh yeah, those guys are the man. Hey y'all, says Joanna. What's going on? How the hell are you? Kyle, you played hockey and made it on your own choice. I sure did, brother. I made it on my own choice. But, as you're going to read in my book, it really wasn't my choice. It went deeper. But from the way that you're asking, from the ego's perspective of thinking I'm this body and I'm Curtis Gabriel, yes, I made it on my own choice. Because I lost my dad at 10 years old and that hockey dream died. And then it got revived when I was 16 and I had played hockey for fun and I never had anybody pushing me. Nope, nobody pushed me. Nobody pushed me. All they did was believe in me and then step away. They didn't push anything. I played high-level basketball, baseball. I was better at baseball. Hockey, volleyball, ultimate frisbee. I played all these different things. Only at 16 did I go all in on hockey. So you're going to have to read my book, brother, and hear my story. It's pretty wild. Greg Mann, Keg Steakhouse, best food in Ontario. What the heck? Where did that come from, Greg Mann? What are you talking about Keg Steakhouse in here? Where'd that come from? I'm a vegan, brother. That ain't the best food in Ontario. No chance. But I respect it. But that came out of nowhere, pal. Brack16, if you do talk to anyone from OHL, who do you talk to? From my time in the OHL, I talked to guys like Jordan Biddington, very close friend, Jake Dotchin here and there, guys who are playing currently, Ethan Kindry of the Owen Sound Attack. Different guys will jump in my DMs from the OHL, shoot the shit a little bit. Greg Mann, how do you get so centered, at ease with yourself, far reach from Enforcer? Bet it is an interesting story. Greg Mann, I think you're hitting the nail on the head there, pal. Today I actually just delivered my first keynote speech in front of an empty theater to be shot for my speaker kit, and I felt more at home on that stage. Yeah, nobody's there, but it's still a step up. I'd never done it before. I felt more at home on that stage than I ever did on the ice. It was incredible. So how do you get so centered? Brother, collective memoria. This means collective memory, collective remembrance. How you get so centered is you remember who you really are. It's the deepest thing you could do in this life. From the human's point of view, that's the only thing that we're all trying to do, whether we know it or not. And that's the purpose of coming to Earth School. So when you find out who you are, being at peace is just the byproduct. Oh, Kyle, no worries, brother. It was the best thing that ever happened to me that my dad took his life. We came here on soul contracts, brother. I came here knowing and choosing my dad was going to kill himself. And then the memory gets wiped clean. And we have to go live this life like a video game. Nobody wants to know the answers to the video game before you play the game. What's the point of playing the game? So now I remember who I am, and I know that I chose this life and I chose this path, and my dad's greatest gift was in this lifetime going through what he did to give me the blessing of not having to go through that because I learned from him. Goots, I went to the Keg every night. I was in Toronto watching Crosby in his debut. Love that place. There you go. I'm glad you loved the Keg, brother. The Keg is overrated, says Daddy Dunner. Kyle Ma, have you released your book already? Released my book already? No, I have not. So my book's coming out April 20th, 2026 on my 33rd birthday to honor Christ consciousness and my spiritual awakening. So that's when the first book's coming out. And then I have a second book coming out in the fall of 2026. So 2 books next year, people. 33rd year of life. Let me tell you, it's kind of a big one. It's kind of a big one. Okay, let's jump back in the kick here real quick. Sharzy, to be fair, I only questioned the ref because he walked in with one skate on raw, dogging the steel and concrete, and wanted him drug tested and alcohol tested. Not a smart thing to do in front of 12U kids. Wow. You got some crazy things happening over to you all the time, Sharzy. That's a wild story there, buds. Brax, I remember when you played in the OHL, I was a Spitfire season ticket holder. Oh, okay. What a building Windsor has. They built that new rink when we were playing there. That was a real nice rink to play in. Namaste, Ben. Dude, congrats on getting on stage. Love to hear that, my friend. Thank you so much, brother. It was so beautiful, man. Just following your footsteps. Following in your footsteps, being a mental health speaker at events and corporations, brother. Just following your footsteps, pal. God, it's a rush. It's my highest excitement, that's for sure. Greg, man, I'm very familiar with self-awareness. Kudos to you. Thank you very much, brother. Thank you very much. I'd love to know more about your journey in self-awareness. What would you say you mean by self-awareness? I'd love to know. I love asking people this. When you say you're into it, what do you mean by that? Who are you, Greg Man? Are you Greg Man, or who are you really? Let me know. Kyle Ma, when it does, I'll get it. Thank you so much, brother. You'll see. I'll be doing a whole campaign. I'll be doing a whole marketing campaign. You're not going to miss when my book's out, believe me. Just, you won't miss it. Don't worry about it. Brownie, what's going on, Brownie 18? Daddy Dunner, big props in the double book year. Namaste, brother. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm not doing it myself. It takes a village. It takes a team, right? We don't do anything by ourselves in this life, brothers and sisters. We don't, right? So I got a co-author, Dana McKelly, who is going to do all my books with me. She's become my sister. It's become such a beautiful experience writing these books with her. Sharzy, did you ever get the mushrooms? Not yet, Sharzy. They are coming up very shortly. I'm heading back to Owen Sound tomorrow. I'll be back in my studio for our stream tomorrow night. But yes, those are coming in hot soon, brother. And you know what kind. The top of the top. Quad Dogs, what's going on? Namaste. Do you ever talk to Zach Nastasiak? I haven't talked to Nasty in a while. I think he's real busy with his kiddo. He's got 3 now. But we haven't checked in. Maybe 6 months ago we chatted. But no, not too much. Goots, what are your hobbies now these days? Goots, interesting question, brother. What do you think, Goots? Let me fire that back around. What do you think my hobbies are these days? I'm curious to ask you that first, and anybody out there. What do you guys think my hobbies are, or hobby is these days? I'm curious to see what you think. I'm gonna sit and wait on that one. Daddy Dunner, can we do a shroom stream all together? Sharzy, did you hear that? Sharzy, did you hear that? Sharzy says, get smaller mushrooms. They pack a bigger punch. Well, I'm getting the top strain, so they're going to pack a punch. But did you hear that, Sharzy? Daddy Dunner wants to do a shroom stream all together. That would be freaking awesome. Is that a thing? Daddy Dunner, has anybody ever done that on the internet? Is that something where I got to hide my address so people don't break the door down and catch us? You know what I mean? It's still illegal. So I know it's not as frowned upon, but seriously. Greg Mann, taken the elevator ride for over 3 years. Negative ground of being. Farr and Associates out of North Carolina. Life-changing experience. Whoa. So you went to a retreat? Is that what you're talking about? Farr and Associates out of North Carolina? Is that like a spiritual center that you went to? Let me know. Greg Mann, I bet you are a big reader. Absolutely. Goots. So here's the stuff coming in about the hobbies. Greg Mann says, I'm a big reader. Goots, reading, outdoors guide, dog park, cooking, and fitness. Very solid. Very solid. But reading, absolutely. Outdoors as much as I can, yep. Dog park or taking Piper out when mom asks me to. Cooking and fitness, not as much the cooking. Definitely working out. But here's the kicker, people. There is only one thing I do. I don't do anything else. I don't have hobbies. I don't have activities. I only meditate, people. That's all I do. I don't do anything else. And then everything else that comes through is what needs to come through. I'm not choosing this shit no more. The more I go down this path, the less choice I make. Actually, as an ego, it's just constantly filtering out. So I would say that the only hobby is just beingness. It's just being aware right now in this moment that I am not this mouth talking. I am not this body. I am not this mind. I'm the awareness watching. And that awareness, who I really am, is eternal, has never been born, will never die, can't suffer. It's just a body. And I'm here to learn and to spread love and light now that I know who I really am. So that's the only hobby, is being. That's it. Greg, man, gotta go. Talk soon. Be well, Curtis. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you so much for bringing your energy, for tapping in. I really appreciate it. Always been to many retreats. Let's go. Daddy Dunner, I've never been a part of one, but I'm willing to change that with this group. Hey, Daddy Dunner, if anybody's going to change it, it would be us, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it be us? I know Sharesi's going to be in for that. Sharesi goes, I'll eat a window panel of acid on stream. Come get me, coppers. Sharesi's a wild motherfucker, people. Dude, this would be so fun. Daddy Dunner, I think you're floating in a very interesting idea that maybe we'll have to take it offline, like an encrypted live, like an encrypted call, like a Zoom call, or I don't know if that's encrypted, but something that's a little more secure. Maybe something like that would be interesting. I don't know if we should broadcast that over Instagram Live. It would be wild though. That would definitely get some insights. But I'm really not trying to alienate all the people that would think I would be crazy for doing that. I really want to make sure that people think, I'm grounded in reality and trustworthy and stuff. People, you gotta watch the perception, right? Like, I'm all into that. Nothing, at the end of the day, everything's just happening, but I'm into the perception and making sure I'm salting the hay and being a good Trojan horse with the fight plan with these streams to bring people to the teachings, right? To the pointings that are just coming through, just the way that they came through people that taught me. I'm just letting it flow through me. And like, look at Lisa, for example. Lisa's been following me for a while. I give some things that I think come through me. She tries it out. She goes, no, you know what? I'm going to shift. She goes, guided meditation. So what just flows through is just an offering and an invitation and a space to open up for all of us here to be comfortable, to share our darkness, to shine light on that darkness, to remember who we are. That's all that's coming through. So in that sense, I don't want to undermine it by doing anything too wild in the eyes of the people who are under the tyranny of their ego that may have negative connotations to those things. Okay, Andy King Photo, welcome in, brother. Celebrity Shinny, what's going on, Murray? How the hell are you? You still here, Murray? I think I sent you a DM. Okay. Oh, we got 10% life in here again. Namaste to you. Tony A. Greenway. Okay, Daddy Dunner saying Discord. That's where we would do it. Okay. I'm down for a dark web one. Yeah, I think that would be the way to do it. I think that would be wild. But here's the thing, Daddy Dunner. I would get pretty quiet probably because it becomes very internal experience, and silence is the highest language. So when I start taking those, I get pretty quiet, and talking can feel like a concession. What do people say? If you can't improve silence, don't say anything. Well, if that was true, none of us would ever talk. But when it gets to those times when you're locked in, it gets hard to talk. Sam Simard, welcome in. Goots, very random question for you, but is the CFL super popular like NFL is for us Americans? Here's some insight for you, Goots. I didn't even know the Grey Cup was last night. I had no freaking clue. My mom had no clue. Her friends just invited her over to watch it, and she went. So, no idea, brother. It's to me, it's an afterthought, but to some people, it's everything. But to me, I have no interest in it whatsoever. Sam Simard, excited for a potential Olivier versus Jack-Eye tonight. Oh gosh. People, I didn't know that. I was busy with my speech all day. I did not know the Columbus Blue Jackets were playing the Montreal Canadiens. Oh no. I think Matthew's just gonna. I think he's a nice guy. I think he's gonna back off Olivier or Jack-Eye tonight. I don't think you're gonna see anything. Jack-Eye got pumped by Jeannot. He's getting pumped by everybody. He's scared. I think he should stay far away from that one. I think Jack-Eye is not. But could you imagine if Arbor comes out tonight and just fights like his old ways and just goes to town? Like, he's bigger and stronger than Olivier. So if he wants to, people, he could be the sheriff. I really think Jack-Eye could be if he wanted to. He has the size, but he just looks he looked terrified, Daddy Dunner. He was terrified of Jeannot, and it showed, man. He's not doing too hot, people. I'm telling you, there's something going on there with Arbor. I hope people are checking in on him. I hope it's nothing and he's just like tired of fighting and doesn't care and doesn't want to do it, but that's not going to go well for him. Brax, you ever talk to Zach Nastasiak? I answered that already, pal. I think you might have missed it. I said we touched base like 6 to 8 months ago, I think, but he's busy. He's got 3 kiddos, so Haven't talked to him much. Influence the fourth kind. What's going on? Next Stage Hockey. What's going on? Goots. Haha, good answer. He loves it. 10% life. Trade William Nylander for a big haul? Absolutely. Absolutely. I love Willie off the ice, but he is not someone I put on my team any day. I'm sorry. Zero chance. I don't care how many goals he's going to score. I don't care about any of that. Willie Nylander, gone for the highest bidder. Matt, Next Stage Hockey. Is Rempe the next heavyweight champion? Not even close, brother. Namaste to you and yours, but Rempe has not a sniff of being the heavyweight champion. Not a chance. The way he's fighting and stuff, no, not a chance. Great kid, has the will to do it, but he does not have the skill, and he doesn't know how to use his size. Adrian, Miles McDonald, welcome in, fellow souls. We got Hockey Girl 2224. Do you have any recommendations for tension for training for the hockey charity? Do you have any recommendations for tension for training? The hockey charity. I think you need to rephrase that one. Thanks for the tips yesterday. You're welcome, Hockey Girl. I don't know what you mean by recommendation for tension for training. I don't know what that means. Daddy Dunner, Matthews isn't a captain in my opinion. No, I don't think he is either. I think he's a great assistant captain, not a captain. Let's jump in the kick stream here. Sharzy, used to carry a Switch, and I'm not talking Nintendo. One phone call and I'll have it again. Guacamole. Sharzy is a comedian. I gotta be away from electronics while I'm tripping. I gotta ride the tiger and not let the tiger get me by the balls. I allow my phone to fully die before I even trip. I don't want any attachment to anything. That is such a good call. Also, I always do it outside. No walls to hold me in. Damn, Sharzy. You are very particular about how you do this thing. I like the phone dying all the way. That's very cool. I think that's very smart. Nothing can happen. But then again, if something does happen, you can't call anybody. But hopefully you have access to a phone. But you are a wild motherfucker, man. I gotta tell you, I love your incarnation. I love your authenticity. I love the way you're showing up. What do we got here? Agreed about him. Jack Saraceni, what's going on? Welcome in, brother. Namaste to you and yours. 10% life. Has Berube lost the room? That's an interesting question. I saw Elliot Friedman talking about how they're trying to make calls and make trades. I think it's too early for him to have lost the room. I think the Leafs kind of know they're not that good. I think that might be the problem. I don't think Berube's lost the room. No, that's my outward opinion, not knowing, of course. Next Stage Hockey. Matthews is definitely not a captain. Nope. No, he's not. Great guy though. Amazing human being, people. We're not talking about him, the human. Amazing human. We're talking about him as a hockey player, which is totally different. Sharzy. Oh, also I always do it outside. No shit. I'll die like a man. Sharzy. All right. Well, you'll die like a meat monkey spacesuit because that's all you are, kid. Next Stage Hockey. Leafs are just too soft. Hibbard, welcome in. Thanks for joining. I agree. Next Stage Hockey. They just are. They're just too nice of people. Sharzy said the Leafs need to start the rebuild. I honestly agree. I say you trade Matthews and Nylander. You don't say you're trying to trade them. You just find the highest bidder for them. You get a huge haul of prospects. You build around Matthew Nice. You build around Cowan. You build around good vets that are there like McCabe. Riley's a good guy. He's maybe not going to help you win a cup, but he's a good guy for now in a rebuild. You surround them with good guys like Tavares. Tavares wants to win, though, so you'd have to trade him. He'd want to go win. But yeah, honestly, listen, if I'm building a hockey team, people, if I got given the keys or I'm an owner of a hockey team, I'm saying we are just going to build this from the beginning right. We are only bringing in here the most character people that have twisted dicks. Like they have screws loose. They're great people off the ice. They step on the ice, they'll kill you. That's the only way to win. I'm telling you. So you find people like that. I don't care if they're not the most skilled. You train them. You get them better. You have a couple guys that can put the puck in the net, but you play hard. And that's the way I build my team. My team would have such a flavor, people. It would just... I'm not even saying it might not win. I might not bring enough skill, but my goodness, would you want to be a part of being a fan of my kind of hockey team? I'll tell you that for free. I'd brand the shit out of it. We'd have the best storytelling in the league. People would know that these guys go all out and leave it all on the ice no matter what. That's what my team would be. Sharzy, this trade talk sounds like modern day slavery. Kind of does. Whoa, who's yelling out here? Someone in my Airbnb just yelled. That was a little freaky. Never talking about the person, always talking about the player. Exactly. Next stage hockey. Exactly. Stephanie, welcome in. Besties, Tanev on the Leafs. He's a warrior. Absolutely. 10% life. Gabriel, the next Leafs GM. That would be hilarious. Next stage hockey. Sandpaper's needed in Toronto. I'll be the equipment manager. Goots, I'd hire you in a second, pal. You and my buddy Nader, you'd be locked in there. You'd be locked in. But yeah, could you imagine me as the GM of the Leafs? Holy frick. My team would be... I would build a team... That's the thing. I don't hate Kyle Dubas. I don't. I think he's a great person. I would just do exactly his model, but with toughness. Instead of just skating and skill, I would do the model with toughness first. Everything else second. Like grit, like resiliency, all these things first. But I would still have all the training he set up, all the coaches. I would do all that. I love that part of it, but just you can't. At the end of the day, people, the easiest way to win in the NHL these days is intimidation, because guys just don't want to get hurt. Guys get paid millions of dollars now. You look at the NBA, guys, not many guys go hard when they're making $20 million as a bench player. Like, you fucking kidding me? Daddy Dunner, after watching the McAvoy take a clapper to the jaw on Saturday, did you ever think the NHL will ever go full cage mandatory? Ooh, Goots likes the question. Okay, I can answer this from two places. My ego says no chance. My ego says, just like the NHL should never ban fighting everywhere else in every other league except the NHL, and ban visors everywhere else except the NHL. I think those should be never touched. But I do think down the road I could see that happening. I wouldn't leave it out of the realm of possibility, but I think they'd be quicker to go no fighting than to go cages. I think fighting domino would fall first before the cages go full cage. Next stage hockey. Agreed. Leafs should cut loose Matthews and Nylander and bring up Ho-Sang. They still own his rights, and if Sanger stays healthy, look out, what a player. Never wear full cage mandatory. Next stage hockey. Is this Sanger? Is next stage hockey Josh Ho-Sang? Am I missing something here? It can't be. That would be hilarious. But Sanger would be buzzing around the ice, that's for sure. I don't know if Sanger though plays enough two-way game for me. I don't know. I know that's not his game, and you pay guys to do their game, but not on my team. I love Sanger. I love him to death. I wouldn't. No thanks. No thanks. And that's not to say I wouldn't even put my own self on the damn team, because I'm not good enough either. So just say that, okay, people. Shersey, sign me up to be a GM. I'll have a unit in a year and lead the league in PIMS by 500 plus. ECHL boys in the show. Got to teach the boys before the show and all the leagues below the East Coast. Ho-Sang is a legend. Shersey is making up for lost time not being here the other night. He is buzzing tonight, people. Buzzing. Nylander is too pretty to wear full cage. NHL never full cage mandatory. Yeah, I agree. Goots, I say no chance as well, but anything can happen, I guess. Mad Pro 97, welcome in, brother. No, Josh worked with me summer. Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, I know he's been helping out the kiddos. Me and Josh hooked up earlier at the end of summer, and I went over to his place and saw the place and hung out. What a great guy. Corrence McLean, what's going on? Corrence McLean, taters. We got a potato fan in the house, people. Corrence McLean just comes in and drops in taters. Brother, I had some taters the other day at Stefano's Diner in Toronto, a vegan diner. They had some great crispy fried taters. They were delicious. I was just talking to Brock the other day about it. No, not Brock. I was talking to Mark Hagel, the chiro doctor I went to see. He said he just loved the potato thing. He loved it. He loved how much people ate it up. So funny you bring that up. I haven't heard potato talk in a long time in here. Next stage hockey. He doesn't play two-way, agree, but neither does Matthews. I disagree with that, brother. I think Matthews is some of the best defensive numbers. He doesn't play it in the way we would like, where he battles hard when you need it. But overall, he definitely plays two-way. He's one of the best pickpocketers. He wins. Honestly, go look at his numbers. He wins all his battles. He just doesn't have that grit. When it goes to the other level in the playoffs, he kind of fades away, right? He was raised playing 3-on-3 in a rink in the desert. He just doesn't have that same love of the game the way some people do up here, I don't think. Where it's ingrained in you that you got to take pain and punishment to win. 10% life. Did you play against Max Domi? I did play against Max Domi, and I thought he was a pretty big asshole out there. I remember I was dating my first girlfriend, and he just told me she was like a whore and all these things, and that he slept with her. And I'm like, no, you didn't. Like, why are you saying that? Like it's just like, why? Like, it doesn't bother me. It's just like, why are you being a dick? Like, I could see if you thought that would bother me, say it, but what would give him any inclination that that bothered me? So I didn't really like playing against Max Domi. Yeah, I saw the video. Says next stage hockey. Okay, I'll give you that. Well said. He doesn't play. We would like. He doesn't play. We would like. Well said. Okay, yeah, exactly. But he's still good at exactly. He's still good defensively, but just not the way we want him to be. Where he's gonna dive in front of a shot with his face. He's just not gonna do that to win the cup. Sam Bennett, Brad Marchand, Corey Perry, people like that, they do it in a heartbeat. Leo Fitzgerald, what's going on? Welcome in. Just like his pops. Yeah, Max definitely has that little dick gene in him for sure. Like, sorry, not little dick gene. I just mean being a dick gene. Like, he's just an asshole. But he's been kind of sleeping this year. I'm happy he finally stepped up and went after Zadorov after those hits in Boston. But about frickin' time. Like, what were you signed here to do? His penalty minutes have gone from 118 his first year to 70 something last year, and he's on pace for like none this year. Like, this is what happens with pro sports, guys. People get paid and they just stop playing. They just shut her down. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's so annoying. I don't think, here's my biased opinion. I don't think pro sports contracts should be more than 2 or 3 years. I really don't. So that there's no complacency. Like, there's none of this 8 years signed forever. What fucking job do you get signed to for 8 years? Guaranteed money, regardless of all you do is just show up and work hard. They can't cut you or buy, like, they can buy you out, but you still get paid. Like, I don't agree with this in pro sports. I remember playing in Minnesota, and the Twins signed Joe Mauer for like this huge deal, and he was just like not good for like 10 years. Like, I don't get it. Like, in what world should you get the job security in pro sports like this? Shouldn't it be the opposite? Shouldn't it be the most like thing that you just turn it over based on performance? Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Sharzy here. I'm going bald. Let the lettuce flow. I love whores. Is what I'd tell. Don't we just ask your mama? Wow. Sharzy, you would definitely, yeah, you'd probably be ranked as the craziest chirper in the league, I think, if you played in the National. That's for sure. I am Joe G. I was one of the security guys, Scotiabank Arena at the Leafs dressing room. I remember chatting with you. Some good chats. Namaste, brother. I remember you mentioning this. Thank you so much, man. I love a good chat with an arena freaking staff. Like, these people are the best. You people are the best. You love the game. You're working there, just yucking it up with people. I love chatting with people around the rink. It made the game so colorful. So I appreciate the good chats with you, brother. 10% life. If you could pick one NHL player to lead your grit team, who would that be? You have the number one pick. I have the number one pick to lead my team with grit. Ooh. That's an interesting one. That's a great question, 10% life. I got to think about this one a little bit. Wow. I might need to like tap into to the NHL website here. Just to like refresh my mind here. Who would I start my team with? I mean, Sam Bennett's in the discussion. Tom Wilson is in the discussion. As much as I had so much envy towards that guy. Sam Bennett, Tom Wilson are in the discussion. I gotta go with impact though, right? Because if I'm picking a team, he's gotta combine the grit with the skill. I mean, you can't really see, yeah, Celebrini doing it all. Love his game. You can't really say Nathan MacKinnon doesn't play gritty. He plays pretty gritty, right? Like, Nathan MacKinnon will reverse hit you and blow you up. He'll fight when he has to. He mixes it in. So, but he's not really my type of player, so I know what you mean. Celebrini's really up there too. Leo Carlsson's been good. Rantanen's a little on the, like, he's just not as engaged. I want somebody more intense. You know who's a pretty big savage though, if undercover, is Kucherov. He's kind of a psychopath. What am I thinking here? I don't know. I think it would be hard not to pick Tom Wilson. Nate Dogg will drop the mitts. I agree. He is there's no better hockey player on the planet than Nathan MacKinnon. There's no doubt about it. And he doesn't play soft. But I think for what I'm going for on my team, it's hard not to pick Tom Wilson. He's got 17 points in 18 games, 45 penalty minutes. He's +5. He's playing 20 minutes a night. He'll take on anybody if he has to. He can bridge the gap between skill and tough. That's a hard guy to pick against. So, number one pick. But there is those D-men out there. Like, Cale Makar is kind of a fucking savage too. He's just not going to drop the mitts, but he will reverse hit you and play hard. I don't think... Okay, forget the grit talk for a second. I think I start my team with a Cale Makar. I think he's... Celebrini or Cale Makar are 100% the people I start my team with in today's NHL. No doubt about it. But I'm gonna go with Tom Wilson to start my team. Captain, can do a bit of everything. I agree. I'm gonna go with that. What do we got here? Cole 5, 1994. Hey Gaber, how you doing? What are your thoughts on that slash to the face against Oshawa Generals player on the weekend? Yeah, I had a guy ask me about this today. That was a crazy slash, people? That was pretty crazy. I mean, I've done some dumb stuff in my career, but that was next level, right? That kid, I don't think he should be banned from hockey forever. That's what a lot of people are saying. He should be banned for life. That's ridiculous in my opinion. I think he needs a good year suspension minimum with need to be reinstated. He needs to do a lot of meditation, let me tell you. He crossed his wires and he didn't handle it very well. So, yeah. I think a year suspension. I think he's going to have to hopefully turn that to a positive. Maybe he can speak about it one day to kids about losing your cool and how important meditation. I don't know. But tough to see. When we haven't seen something like that in a long time. You see that in like beer leagues from like dudes that are strung out and stressed from being like cops or something and they go crazy in a beer league game. But not in the OHL. That was very extreme. Cole McMahon, what's going on, brother? 10% life. I think I have to go with Marchand. Ooh, okay, good call. Good play there. 10% life. The only reason I wouldn't pick him is he's old and he's past his prime, but if he was in his prime, he's definitely up there. He did cross my mind. Colsey, Curtis Gabriel, did you see that slash by the Ramsey Hut? Yes, brother. Ryan Manley, what's going on? Namaste to you and yours, as always. Brandon Samuel, welcome in, brother. Leo Fitzgerald, I was just thinking of guys who can drop them. Gotcha. Daddy Donner, he can run anyone with booming hit. Wilson, he can do everything. That slash was wild, Brandon, yes. And your number one goaltender for the Grit team, 100% Igor Shesterkin. No doubt about it. I'm starting my team with Igor Shesterkin. Bar none. He's a goalie. He's a little twisted. He'll punch you in the scrums. He's fiery. I got to go with Igor. Binner, close second, but I got to go with Igor. What is going on, Becca Lynn? Namaste to my neurodivergent sister with a blessing of a gift. How the hell are you? Let's jump in the kick stream real quick. Sherzy, how about the nuts on PC Labrie for marrying Patrick Waugh's daughter? That is he's definitely got some big hairy ones, I bet. Celebrini sample size is too small. I agree. That's fair, Sherzy. I can get down with that. Yeah, Tom Wilson is definitely the most handsome fucker in the league. There's no doubt about it. I mean, that's another reason that he really, grinded my gears and I was very envious of him. I mean, he's got everything. The guy's got everything. I mean, he is ruggedly handsome. He's not just like pretty handsome. He's like the kind of handsome that's harder to be. He's rugged. He's the man. Next stage hockey. Terrible Dragasic should be fined for the year. Yeah, he should be. I think he should be out for the year for sure. Gianna tells, what's going on? Welcome in. Colsey, it was very wild. Gabriel, we went to West Hill School together in Owen Sound. Maidsy and Reimer and Dodge called me Colsey. You remember me, bud? I do remember you, Colsey. Now I definitely, once you drop in that, I know Colsey. That's for sure. Colsey's a legend. Longest NHL suspensions, I think, was like 42 games or something. Yeah. Well, didn't Marty McSorley get banned for life? I'm pretty sure Marty McSorley and Brant Myers got banned for life, from what I know. Next stage hockey. I know the kid that was lack of control and you hit a guy in the temple by accident. The guy is dead. It was not good. Yeah, it was not good. Quick fought last night too. He did. I did see that. I see the benches clearing in hockey. Love to see that from Quick. 10% life. Bind taking Ovi's puck last week. Binner. That's Binner, everybody. That's Binner. Binner is Binner is not afraid to mix it up and have a good time, let me tell you. I talked to him the other day. Obviously, they've had a tough start in St. Louis. Hasn't been the most fun, but he was just like, man, what do I got a great family. I'm playing the game I love. I love the game. I work hard at it every day. Like, what do I got to worry about? I'm just going to keep going. That's the mindset, people. That's why me and him vibe. That's why me and him resonate so high. Sean freaking Carlson. Namaste, brother. What's going on? Welcome in. Namaste to you and yours. I love that name. Who else we got in here? Brandon Samuel, Lisa, Next Stage Hockey, Becca Lynn, Colsey, Matt Dunn, Cancer Sport for Life. Becca Lynn, we haven't heard you in a while. Naps in the car. There she is. Naps in the car. Okay, you had a nap in the car. I hope you're feeling okay, Becca. Oh, here we go. Evening, friends. Unfortunately, only able to pop in for a few minutes. Just woke up from a nap. Going to see the Jonas Brothers tonight. Just came to pop in while I eat my food inside Peru. Wow. Love that. Love that. Enjoy that concert. Jonas Brothers. I love their one song. What's that one song called? I'm slipping into the lava, and I'm trying to keep from going under. But baby, you turn the temperature higher. I'm burning up for you, baby. That is a fire track. I hope they play that one. Let me know, because that song's banging. Colsey, next time I'm in Owen Sound, let's connect and can meet my two sons. Check your Instagram message and we'll catch up. Brother, coming in hot, brother. I don't know. We'll see, pal. No guarantees, brother. No guarantees. I protect my space real good. I'm busy doing my offerings all the time. If it lines up, pal, but no promises, okay? New Jersey Devils Marino, naps in the car. She loves it. Binner with the Canadian jersey is on his top tier, for sure. It would be nice to see him in that black one, but what do you guys think about that? What do you guys think about Binner for the Olympic team? I mean, he has to be at least the third string goalie, right? Because he can go in and win a game for it anytime. He did so well at the Four Nations. He's not on top of his game, but also he's playing in front of a bad team. What do you guys think? I mean, Logan Thompson, who people thought should have been on the team last year, is dominating. Best goalie in the league so far. Who else is in there? Binner has to be one of them, but I don't think he's got that starter spot locked down. But he didn't last time either, and look what he did with the damn thing. The guy's an animal. Havana Blast, what's going on? Next Stage Hockey, are you still involved in hockey in any way? This is as much as I'm involved in hockey right here, pal. The way I'm involved is on these streams, talking fight reviews, and doing the Hockey Helps the Homeless tournament. That's how I'm involved in hockey right now. That is my thing. Becca, I'll send you a video if I remember. Probably going to be too drunk, not really on soda, so I may forget and be focused on fangirling. You just enjoy yourself. You enjoy yourself, Becca. Live, laugh, love. I think that's kind of your name. Welcome in. Daddy Dunner, they got to give Logan Thompson a shot. I think you're right. I think they definitely do. I think you definitely do. Next Stage Hockey. I am not involved too much with Brady right now, no. Brady seems to be taking a step back in some things. He's really involved on the ice. I think he's really loving being on the ice. So haven't been much engaged with Brady in hockey at all. Kick. We've got Sherzy. I got Labrie stories for days. Very outspoken guy off the ice. Yeah, I could see that. He was quite a talker on the ice too. Quite a character, as you guys have seen in that video review I did of him shooting that puck in the net before squaring off with me. Sherzy, were you in the building for that one? That was wild, man. I thought that was so disrespectful. I can't. As an ego and as a hockey fighter, I can't look past that one. I would never have done that to anybody. Does he do Hockey Helps the Homeless? Brady apparently did the Halifax tournament out east, but he wasn't at the one I was just at in Kingston. So I think he's doing them a little bit. He goes as like their impact speaker, and then he plays if his body's okay, if his knee's not hurting him. Becca, also moment of silence for Pookie Jack Jones. I'm behind on sports news and just found out bro is out until mid-January. Yes, very, very unfortunate for Jack, but yeah, you really are out of it if you're a New Jersey Devils fan. You're just finding out about that now. Like, you've been going through some stuff. We know. But yeah, he's got to be really happy that it's not a serious injury where he's going to be out many, many, many months, because he'll be back for the Olympics. Not going to be at his top game, but I'm sure he'll work hard. Daddy Dunner, always fun in here. Thanks for all the insight and chats, Curtis. Namaste, brother. Always a blast. This is what we do, people. This is what human beings have been doing since the beginning of time. Before we were even human beings and we're monkeys, we started making fire. We sat around the fire and told stories. When language emerged, we started telling stories. This is how we connect. This is how we express oral traditions, oral stories. No secret why this is called collective memoria and we're sitting around the bonfire. It's a simple premise, but it's so potent. It's so powerful. Everywhere we go, we tell stories, people. You see someone on your street, the neighbor, you say, hey, how are you? And you tell them a story of something happened lately. You know? It all comes down to how we can communicate and tell stories. That's all we do is tell stories. Next Stage Hockey. Would you be interested in teaching some young junior players how to chuck the knuckles? I appreciate that, but I actually would not be interested in that. I've been asked by two people, one specifically, who wanted me to go out privately with his son and work on some fighting. But I said, nope, I'm going to just stick to reviewing because I feel like that's my place now. I don't necessarily condone the violence, but I understand that it's part of the game and I respect it and I did it. I have nothing against it. It doesn't speak to me. That's not my highest excitement to be teaching kids how to protect themselves in fights. So no, I won't be doing that. Next Stage Hockey. Do you remember Sugar Sugden? Not many like him around anymore. Yeah. Jonathan Sugden was a very, very big dude. Very, not a good hockey player from what I can gather, but very, very large and very, very tough. So definitely not a lot like him around anymore. Shares, he says probably. But how about the Rob Flick brawl in Milwaukee when he was yelling in their goalie's ears during a TV timeout? I don't remember that one, brother, but I think you sent me a video of that maybe. But I don't remember that specific part of him yelling during the TV timeout. Daddy Dunner, just an FYI, almost done day 17 of no belly button soup. LOL. Spiritual gong, the first one of the night. Ding, ding, ding. Daddy Dunner coming in, checking back in. I didn't want to bring it up, brother. I always want to make sure people bring their shit when they want to bring their shit. I don't want to bring it up too much, but you shared with us the last time on some pretty deep stuff, and day 17 of no belly button soup. That is, congratulations, brother. Congratulations. How do you feel? Take us through what you're going through, how you're dealing with it. What are you doing to, when those urges come, what are you doing? And how's it been going with the wife? Like, bro, I'm here for it. Lay it out for us. It's good for everybody to hear. It's good for the Meat Monkey spacesuits that are women here to understand what men go through. There's nothing to hide here. We are all the same being in different Meat Monkey spacesuits. This is how we learn from each other. I went through it, people. You're going to read it in my book. My goodness. So I'm very proud of you, Daddy Dunner. Still going strong, feeling good, buddy. Namaste to you and yours, brother. Congratulations. Everybody, let Daddy Dunner know he's going hard here. This is awesome. 17 days, no fap. Let's go. Let's go, brother. I'm pumped. I think this is a turning point for you. You're going to see your energy go up, your focus, your intimacy with your wife. Brother, so freaking proud of you. Retaking back and reclaiming your attention and your will. Daddy Dunner hitting the treadmill instead of Pornhub. There you go. Get on that damn treadmill, people. If you're tired, you don't have the energy to do that shit. You don't want to do that shit. You don't want to be sitting in your room with your freaking junk in your hand thinking, what the hell am I doing? Save that for the lady. Save it for the gym. Save it for bringing life and expression to other people instead of just selfishly shooting off blanks, right? Frickin' A, Daddy Dunner. I'm proud of you, brother. Daddy Dunner, laughed my ass off. Loves it. Shannon Edisher, welcome in. Namaste, fellow soul, in your female Meat Monkey spacesuit. We love to see it. You're a champ. Love your hockey reviews. Appreciate you, Next Stage Hockey. Thank you so much, brother. I really like to tell stories. Can you guys tell? I've had people come at me and say, just shut up and show the fight. And I'm like, go watch somebody else's reviews. I like to yab my gums, he said, or flap my gums, whatever he said. I'm a storyteller. I think the context of a fight and after the fight is just as interesting or maybe more interesting than the actual fight. That's what makes it beautiful to me. There's an arc to every story. There's an arc to every fight. XCODII joined. What's going on? Namaste to you and yours. What do we got here? Sharzy. I haven't. It's on YouTube. It was April Fool's Day. Okay. April Fool's Day type thing. Johnny Oakes. Welcome in, brother. Namaste to you and yours. We have just crossed the hour threshold, people. Gone by like a blink of an eye. Blink of an eye. Just like 17 days for Daddy Dunner. Just for Matt Dunn over there grinding it out. 17 days. No belly button soup. Flown by. We got Next Stage Hockey still here. Johnny Oakes. Shannon Edisher. Shannon, bring us some female vibration. Bring us some yin to our yang in here. Where are you tuning in from? John Crone, everybody. John Crone, everybody. The man himself from last night who broke our stream became the first person to join the Fight Plan stream as a guest. How the hell are you, John? How has your last 24 hours been? It's been impactful on me, brother. Your story's been impactful. I've been talking about it to everybody I come across. Everybody's asked me, how's the stream last night? I heard it was a good one. And I'm like, yeah, you're damn straight it was. You're damn straight it was. Because John Crone came in and changed up the energy. Sammy Gross, welcome in. Dalton Gomes, welcome in. Shannon Edisher is tuning in from North Carolina. Wow, we got North Carolina in the house. What brings you here, Shannon? What brings you in from North Carolina to our beautiful space of high vibrations and love and light where people can share their darkness and their wins? What brings you here from North Carolina? John Crone, doing well, my friend. Love it. Love it, brother. I hope the day feels lighter in just the smallest sense of the word, knowing that you're not walking alone anymore, brother. You were in my thoughts all day today, talking to you about my mom, with my social media guys, with the people at the theater I was talking to, like everybody, just in awe of who you are as a man and who you are as a father. It's truly, I look up to you, brother. I really fucking look up to you. Johnny Oaks, Long Island over here. We got a Long Island guy. Nice. I love it. Got people tuning in from all over the place. John Crone, likewise. Chicago boy there. We got Sherzy's an Illinois boy. We got Johnny Oaks in Long Island. We got Shannon in North Carolina. We got people all over the place. Okay, Sherzy's heading out. I gotta go. Namaste. Everyone have a good night. John's story was very touching. It sure was. I'm glad Sherzy got to tune into that afterwards. Have a great night, Sherzy. All the peace and love to you, brother. Hope you have a wonderful, wonderful, divine present moment. But yeah, Shannon, let us know. We always like the female energy, that's for sure. Here we go. I caught you on Terry Ryan's podcast and dug what you were talking about. Thought I'd tune in. Oh, that's beautiful, fellow soul. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Me and Terry have great talks. We have great talks. And Shannon, you might be referencing the time I went on Terry. The last time, I'm pretty sure, was when I had my breakthrough. That was literally what started my breakthrough. And you'll read it in my book. You may have been listening that time. That's pretty cool. Harsh Batra, everybody. My Indian friend from the Punjab region of India, northwestern India. Namaste, Harsh. How the hell are you, brother? You got to hit me with your schedule. We got to get back on doing some speaking calls, my brother. I have one with Zolti on Thursday, but would love to hear your schedule. Mullen Bona, namaste. Divine present moment to you, fellow soul. I know you're taking care of my good brother Aaron Lenahan out there. I know you're taking real good care of him. Thank you so much for that. He sent me a message that I have to get back to. I said I was just busy today, but was checking in with him because he shared on his story. He was being vulnerable, that he was going through some stuff. So I know you're doing a great job taking care of our boy over there. Liam Carson, 38. Namaste. Welcome in. How are you doing? Who else we got here? We got Lisa. We got Johnny Crone. We got Johnny Oaks. We got Liam Carson and Shannon. I love it. That's so awesome you tuned in to me and Terry Ryan, Shannon. He's a special guy in this space, someone I very much resonate with. I mean, when I heard his story openly sharing on Spittin' Chicklets about getting a BJ from a trans individual, I just thought it was incredible. I mean, then that person, disclosed would he'd like to go back and they shared their, that they were trans, and he said respectfully, I appreciate you telling me, all good, but I'm gonna go back to the bar with the boys. That was so powerful to hear from us macho masculine hockey man, but he's so creative and he's an artist as an actor. You should see him, everybody. You should see Terry Ryan at these charity hockey tournaments. He is a riot. Everybody wants him on their team. He comes on mushrooms half the time. He gets absolutely blasted. He stays all night with people. He is just an incredible dude. He really is. I really respect what Terry Ryan's all about. I really do. So that's really cool that you connected in that way. Okay, we got Liam Carson. We got 44 Saber. What's going on, 44 Saber? You must be a Buffalo cat. You must be a Buffalo cat. Let me know. Terminder Singh Sambal. Oh, maybe not. Maybe you are. Maybe you are from there, but maybe not. Terminder Singh Sambal. Where are you from, brother? Where are you from? Where are you tuning in from? Johnny Oaks, big glue guy. Big glue guy. Love that. We love a glue guy. We love a glue guy. I feel like our kick streams went winding down. We're not getting many people on here because we're doing the Instagram lives, right? People don't like joining the kick and making an account, but people, when I review fights and stuff, I've just been talking a lot, but when I review fights, none of you guys on Instagram live can see it. So if you ever want to get over to the kick, subscribe. That would be awesome. That would be really fun if we could get that going. So if anybody's interested, it takes 2 seconds to make a free kick account and jump in the kick stream. Jump in the kick stream where we can watch fights and I can go over shit. We can watch whatever. Watch anything. Shannon, TR seems like a great soul. Beautiful taste in music. He sure does. Oh, you vibe with him on the tunes. Very nice. John Crone, thank you so much for the question, brother. How is everything going with your journey with public speaking? What a great question. Thank you so much to riff on this. Eric Drew, welcome in. So, yeah, so where I'm at with the speaking journey, everybody, is I'm building my speaker resume, right? People got to see you on stage. They got to see you doing the thing to know you're legit and you're not just going to show up if they book you and like basically like freeze up on stage or something. So I'm building my speaker resume as my website gets built. So you're going to be able to go to my website, be on that speaker tab, and really see all the different things I can do. I can speak about any topic, anywhere, at any time, to anyone. It's just a matter of what you want me to do. I'm fully able to customize talks. I'm very good at impromptu speaking, having fun with it, engaging. But I have my, my main message, my main keynote, which I practiced today in a theater. If you guys saw my Instagram story, that's what I was doing today. And it went phenomenal. I felt so at home up there. An hour and 20 minutes went by like it was nothing, people. Just blacked out in the zone. Oh, and it's only gonna get better. I mean, just started this damn thing and I'm already freaking doing awesome because it's already done, people. I made the NHL off hate and spite and anger, and now I'm doing this from love and light. It's like shooting fish in a barrel, people. I can't lose. There's nothing to be afraid of. Fear is false evidence appearing real. If you go look at my Instagram story, you can see that slide that says the illusory barrier. We're all just scared of fear, people, and it ain't real. It ain't real. Oh, I'm getting the spiritual chills now, people. Here it comes. Fear ain't real, people. Fear ain't real. Johnny Oaks, how did you get here from there? Can anybody else answer that for him? Any of my people in here? Meditation, brother. Meditation. Going inward. Instead of going outward like all of us do, trying to find happiness out in the world, which is literally like this. Get this analogy. Think here. Put on your thinking caps on and picture this. You have an itch on your face, right? You have this itch on your face you got to scratch. All of us are trying to scratch the itch on the mirror in our reflection. Could you ever get that itch off your face by scratching the mirror reflection of your face? Fuck no. That's stupid. But that's what we're all doing. That's what the world teaches us to do, is to go out in the world to find our happiness. Well, guess what? You couldn't possibly find it out there. So how did I get there from here? Or here from there? I went and found out who I was because I was in so much pain I had no choice. It was my lifetime to wake up, apparently. And we all have that choice. We can all have it to be this lifetime, but you have to have that earnest desire to. And I had no choice. I couldn't kill myself like my dad did because I just would never go there. So living was scarier than dying, so I had to live and I had to face it. And when I faced it, people, it was like Santa Claus. I know I keep using this a lot lately, but it's so good. Does everybody remember when they found out that Santa Claus was not real? That you'd been lied to by all of society? And everybody you love was lying to you? You've been duped? You remember that feeling? And once you got over that feeling, did you ever look at Santa and for a second ever think he was real again? Fuck no. When I looked darkness in the face, my deepest, darkest demons, wounds, the scariest things ever, all I found was myself. All I found was myself in a Grim Reaper costume, laughing behind the costume, going, hee hee, look, we really scared him. He's going to wake up now. And then I hugged the damn monster, and I realized I was hugging myself. I realized it was all an illusion, just like Santa Claus. And once you see it, you can't unsee it, people. Like I could get in a situation right now. Let's say a robber or a serial killer broke in my door and wanted to kill me. Like, okay, from a human perspective, I'll defend myself. You know, I'd like to keep living as this body, but on the deeper level, like, okay, I guess that's what's supposed to happen. I'm supposed to fight the serial killer. If I die, I die. It's okay. This is just like I'm playing a character right now. I'm everything living in this body, expressing what it's like to know that I am everything in this body. That's what I'm here to do. If it gets cut short, then it gets cut short. I go up to where I came from, back where I came from, whatever you want to call it, however you want to word it. And I either come back here to learn more lessons that I haven't learned yet, or I move on to another dimension where I have to do other learning. There's just no fear. I can't see it any other way now. Santa ain't real. The boogeyman ain't real. The Grim Reaper ain't real. Nobody's coming to get me. Nobody ever could come to get me. And if they come to get me, it's me come to get me saying, your time here's done. Like, you got your body for X amount of years. Now we're going to take you. And I go, okay, take me. Does anybody know what happened to Gandhi when he got assassinated? When Gandhi got shot by his assassin, as he fell to the ground, he pranammed to the man. He said, like, namaste to the man. Because he knew that that was God just bringing him home. That was creation himself, bringing himself home out of this tight, constricted meat monkey spacesuit that's so hard to live in. It's all these pains and stuff we get. That's it. Johnny Oaks, my daughter's 12. She knows what's up and she tries to call me out for lying. I have to just double down and tell her she's crazy, but she knows. Yeah, 12's old to still believe in Santa, that's for sure. So you're holding on to that one, brother. That's going to be a tough day. It sounds like it's going to be a tougher day for you, Johnny Oaks, than for your daughter. Look what Shannon said here, people. Look what Shannon said. What's for you will always be for you. I love it, Shannon. I say something similar all the time. I say, what's for you can't miss you. Right? That's the same thing. Absolutely, Shannon. Absolutely. How could what's for us ever miss us? It's impossible. It's illogical. Everything that's ever happened in this universe is because of everything else that happened. What happens, happens, and there's no other thing to say about it. We're here to enjoy the show for a limited period of time. This place is a show, people. A show. John Crone, you have to face the ugly to get to the light and love. That's it, brother. What happens when you enter a room with the lights off? Wisdom is so simple and so deep. You go into a room with the lights off, what do? You flick the light switch on? What happens to the darkness after you switch that light switch on? It doesn't disappear. It doesn't go anywhere. You realize it never existed. It was just an absence of light. That is all of your problems. Any anxiety, problem, pain, anything you have that you think is negative in your life is an illusion that you're believing and you're upholding. You are responsible for it, not anybody else. And guess what that means? Yes, at first it means, oh God, woe is me. How did I create this prison for myself? Well, guess what? You just get to like go like this, like you blow out a birthday candle and you can blow the fear away if you do the work. But nobody wants to do the work, and I don't get it. If somebody had told me these things, somebody I trusted, someone I could see their behavior and go, they are not fucking around, they are walking their talk better than they're talking it, I would have bought in all the way. I would have said, I don't want the woo, I don't want the religion, I don't want the spirit, I just give me what works. And I would say less. Meditation, kid. Find out who you are in here. And then it doesn't even matter what you believe. You just know. It's so simple, people. It's so challenging and difficult, yet so simple. Once you see that all you've been doing your whole life and for lives before this that you don't remember is trying to figure out how to be permanently happy because you are everything that created everything and you just forgot, you have this memory, you haven't woken up to the game yet, that's all you're all doing out here. The only reason you're on this stream is this is bringing you somewhat closer to feeling permanent happiness. The only reason you go eat the pizza or whatever, before you know who you are, after, you can do whatever you want because you can't do anything hateful after you remember who you are. That's what's so beautiful about it. You just become love and light. But before that, anything you do, anything I did, playing the NHL, all the things you're going to read in my book, it was all for one goal: to be permanently happy. Not just happy like sometimes, like permanently happy. That's all I wanted. And that's all you want, whether you know it or not. So what's coming through this vessel is to just walk that talk. Walk that talk and model it for everyone out there, for the younger me. I'm doing this for the younger me because that's all there is me in this universe. You are all me, I am you. I'm doing this for the young kid out there who's lost his dad to suicide, who's lost, who doesn't know what the hell he's doing, who the hell he is. And I want to be there for him to show him what I would have needed. I would have needed proof that someone wasn't full of shit, proof that someone was living what they said, so that then they could trust. We're all looking for someone to trust. We can't do it alone. I had to go find other people. I had to find Michael A. Singer. I had to find Ram Dass. I had to find these people that I didn't have a personal relationship, but I did meet Michael A. Singer, and that really profoundly impacted me. But I'm trying to be that for that younger version of me, right? What's that Matthew McConaughey story or that speech he gave where he's always saying that his hero is him 10 years from now? It's kind of similar to that, but for me, I'm doing it for myself right now because that's all there ever has been. I know me as a 5-year-old is here right now. Me as the angry 10-year-old that lost his dad is here right now. I'm just living for that misidentification boy who didn't know who he was. And when I do that, when I heal myself, when I put my oxygen mask on first, which I know Linz loves that one, that's when you all heal too. When I heal, you all heal. Because guess what? We're the fucking same. We are unequivocally the same. So when I heal, you all heal. When I heal, this universe heals. Shannon, I try to be the adult I needed when I was young. Exactly. That's all we're doing out here, people. Our ego is just a scared 5-year-old, 10-year-old, 16-year-old. Pick whatever time you're the most traumatized. It's just stuck in that time. And we're here to parent that thing, that version of ourselves. Absolutely, Shannon. No wonder you vibe. This is how it works, people. You put out a vibration. I go on Terry Ryan's podcast. I put out my vibration. Shannon picks up on it down North Carolina. Now she's here months later, a year later. That's how it works, right, Shannon? I put out a vibration. You feel it. We come together because we're on that same frequency. We're on that same wavelength. Everybody here is similar on that wavelength in some way, shape, or form. Run with the Devils. What's going on, Anthony? How's it going, pal? How the hell are you? Tony Travolta. What's going on? What's going on? We got Lisa, which means Linz. Running with the Devils, Anthony. John frickin' Crone and Shannon. And then we got our people over here. I love our little group of people here, people. Vibing out here. Vibe it. Shannon, tell us a little bit about your life if you feel so comfortable. No pressure whatsoever, but we always love to hear what your journey's been. You know, where are you coming from in this? You heard me talk on Terry Ryan's podcast. How old are you? Where are you at in your life? What's speaking to you? What's not speaking to you? Would love to know. You seem like already someone that is pretty aware, but would love to know. Oh, the energy's moving. Can feel it moving. You guys, anybody here last night catch how Yakov's energy was going off the wall because he's a newly spiritually awoken bipolar fella like I was with our neurodivergence? He was shooting off, wasn't he? He was a little dangerous. He was a little spicy, okay? Because he's so fresh in it and his mind's just popping off with these realizations that we are everything. And you really got to look into what I was like for a while. I really was. And I was like that in my career. I just didn't know it. That's why I was so crazy out there on the ice. I would surge with this energy I wouldn't understand. But now I know what it is. And now I can feel it and just sit in it and marinate in it. Like a nice piece of tofu marinating in some amino coconut sauce. And yep. Just marinating this energy. John Crone, that energy was amazing. You're damn right it was. You're damn right it was. And you injected it. You brought it, baby. You brought it, Johnny Crone. John, what's your son's name? Would love to know what your son's name is. 8-year-old little Croner. Cossack. Welcome in, Cossack. Devil Central. Here we go. Shannon's dropping in, people. Shannon's dropping in. Here we go. I'm 35. I worked the majority of my adult life in law firms, but almost 6 years ago, I had something happen that woke me up, but it had to break me down first. Oh my God. Spiritual gong, Shannon. No fucking wonder you're here. Oh my goodness. She gets it, people. She had something happen that woke her up, but it had to break you down first. Wait till you see my presentation. I mean, I'll show you it today. I did it today. My teaching thing that I described what I went through in my life is the spiral of remembrance. And guess what, Shannon? The second act of the spiral of remembrance is the portal of pain, where we have to break down the somebody that we think we are to even have the chance to break through and become nobody, live as a nobody, to be awoken, to remember who we are. So only if you feel comfortable, Shannon. I mean, you didn't check in last night, you didn't see, but John opened up about what he's going through with his narcissistic wife pulling his child away from him, named William. What a beautiful name, little Willie. William Crone, getting pulled away from him and him having to walk through hell every day, but just to keep going because he's holding on to the love and light, and he's holding on that he's going to model this love and light to his son. He's going to be able to go back and show him these lives, show him these conversations, and say, like, I was always here for you, kid. And it's going to be the most beautiful reunification of all time. So if you feel so safe and held here, Shannon, absolutely let us know what was the thing that broke you down first. Because when you shine your light, honey, that's what everybody else does. They just pick up on it, and they're going to take it to their own lives, and it's going to illuminate aspects of themselves. It's going to help me when you share your light. So no pressure. Totally fine. This is more than enough, but always know that you are welcome. This is a safe space. This couldn't be more safe. I will hold it for you all day for anyone that wants to come in here and drop some stuff. I would love to talk about some things, but my family members would ask me not to. So I have to respect that. Some things in my family life that people don't want me to speak about. Gotta respect that. But believe me, I wish I could talk about it. But I talk about my dad. He's deceased, Talk about losing my grandmother. I'll talk about all my shit, specifically about me, but I always gotta be careful with the other folks. But yeah, absolutely. Only if you feel called to, Shannon. But one day we're going to get on Zoom calls when you get Collective Memoria fired up in the school community, when we have a consistent, larger following here, we'll start to fire that up. Or maybe even before then. I don't know. Because I just want to get on. I don't want it to just be me yapping on here. Like, yeah, that's how I build this. And, you gotta do it by steps. And there's no streamers in hockey. So I'm really trying to break into the space and kind of capitalize on that to get people in. The Trojan horse, get people in. Oh, he's got cool fight videos. What's this all about? Let me join his stream. Oh shit, we're having the highest vibration talks of all time. Yep, that's what it's about. So we'll get there, but eventually we're going to just be on calls together, and we're all going to get to listen, and I'll shut up and get to listen to people. Shannon, my dad went into cardiac arrest and had a major heart attack. He was spent. He spent almost a full month in ICU, but thankfully is still with us. Wow, I can't really think of a better opportunity to break down where you also didn't lose your father. My goodness, namaste to that. Thank you. Shannon, Mr. Edisher, thank you so much for still being around. What a beautiful story that is. Everybody's story's different. Everybody's unique. You got woken up by your dad almost leaving, but he's still around. That is so wonderful. Mine had to leave. Other people's had to leave for them to wake up. It's all the same people. No one's story is better or worse than others. We are all living our own pain in our own unique way that nobody else could understand. So thank you so much for sharing that, Shannon. And what was that breakdown like as far as you had something happen that woke you up and had to break you down? Like, what was it like after that? After being broken down to nothing? What did it catalyze into? You said you were in law for most of your adult life, but then something happened. So where did it take you post-awakening? What are you doing now? Shannon, my parents aren't together anymore, and I was the next of kin brought into the hospital room to deal with all the decisions. Oh, boy. Yeah, that'll do it. That's heavy, Shannon. That's heavy. One day you're just living your life. Next thing you know, you're having to make life-changing decisions about your father's care. My goodness. I hear you on that one. Thank you for sharing this, Shannon. The light is so beautiful that you're sharing right now. It's only light. There's no such thing as darkness. Running with the Devil's Anthony. Life is way harder than we knew when we were younger. Oh my goodness. Do you remember that? I think I have a part in my book. I think in the early first chapter or something, where I'm just like, I remember adults being like, just enjoy being a kid now. And I was like, why do you always say that? Like, I will enjoy being a kid, but it'll be awesome to be an adult. I have a car. I can go order any food I want at any time. Like, I can just drive around and go get the food and go to fun places. I didn't get that, but wow. That's a wake-up call, isn't it? When we realize what life's all about as a child, and we transform into that adult mindset of like, oh wait, so no one's gonna help me. I have to like pull on my pants and do this now. Whether you're man, woman, whatever, you gotta. Oh, that was a wake-up call, wasn't it? Shannon, I think I saw my dad in the bed, knowing that no matter what I do someday, I'll be there. I think I saw my dad in the bed, knowing that no matter what I do someday, I'll be there. Oh, sorry, I missed that. Yeah. You faced your own mortality. Death wasn't real. But see, people, this is why you go look at my story, Shannon, where I'm talking on stage. I shared that clip of me speaking today about the illusory barrier, and you see the fence with fear labeled on it and the gate and the entity above it. That was your intro to fear. It's all the same story, people. It's all the same story. Fear is the illusionary barrier. And then we create the real barrier of fighting life, trying to not die, which is like fighting ourselves with a knife in each hand. You can't win that fight. Your body's going to drop. If you think you're your body, then you're fucked. You're going to be miserable. And I sure as hell was for so long. But that's why we got to remember who we are. When you realize you're not this body, this mind, these experiences, you are free, people. You become liberated. You realize that you never weren't liberated. Running with the devils. There's very little awesome of being an adult. Anthony, that's a big no. That's a big no, spiritual gong. If that's where you're at, brother, I respect your truth, but that is not the highest truth. There is everything awesome with being born in a human body, regardless of what age, regardless of what you're going through. So here in this group, Anthony, here's some background that you're taking in on me for our interview we do. Abracadabra. People think that's just magic and Mickey Mouse shit. Abracadabra means, I'm pretty sure in Aramaic, what Jesus spoke. As I say, so I shall create. As I say, so I shall create. You just created your own reality there, saying there's very little awesome of being an adult. And I'm saying, not on my stream. No, thank you. We only speak high vibration here. We only speak high vibration. So there is everything amazing about being an adult. But yes, when you are in your ego, it can be miserable. The differentiation, I'm going to let you talk like that from the ego place, but I'm here to bring you love and light and say, whoa, hey now. That ain't going to fly. The ego can say that, but that's not who you are, brother. That's not who you are. Listen to Lisa saying, Shannon, I lost my dad to a heart attack in March. Real wake-up call too. Oh yeah. Shannon, after that, I couldn't go back to the law firm. I did physically for a year or two, but not really. Not in my heart. I've been focusing on my art since I left law. Isn't that fucking beautiful? Listen to this, people. Someone who's in the real world as a lawyer under the illusion of the ego of that death isn't going to happen to you. And then you get smacked in the head by death saying, hey, I'm coming for you too. And now you went back to work, but you just weren't there. The lights were on. Nobody was home. But now you've been focusing on your art since you left law, because that's what you do, people. When you wake up, you just want to create in whatever way comes through you. Expression is the opposite of depression. Shan is now expressing herself, her knowing of this crazy life she lives in this meat monkey spacesuit. That's what art is. I never got what art is. Art is just a shortcut to the divine. It's how we express ourselves. I am doing my art right now, speaking to you all. The spoken word is my art. Speaking on stage, my content, that is my art. I'm just expressing every day. And when I was playing hockey, I wasn't really expressing. I was forcing. And forcing don't work. Thank you. So wonderful, Shannon. Beautiful. Cody Fisher, welcome in. Allison Girardi, welcome in. The Jacob 13, welcome in, people. We're getting deep here. Shannon's bringing the energy for us tonight. John Crone had it last night. Lisa and Lynn's always bring it. Anthony's in the mix. We're buzzing out here, people. We are buzzing. Art is a lifesaver no matter what form. John, what's your form, brother? What's your art form, brother? I would love to know your art form. I know before it was probably your landscaping business, but we know how that went from last night. What's the way you've been dealing with this now? Harnessing this love and light, making sure you identify with it. Music, beautiful. Okay, so let us know how. How so? Are you playing music? Are you listening to music? Are you, like, what, in what capacity? Music's obviously one of the OG ways out there to express ourselves. So let us know. Let us know. And sorry, Shannon, what's your art? Please let us know what art you're leaning into. Everybody tap in. What is the art they like to do? What's something that brings you peace in your quiet moments that you just love to do, that you get melted into? For me, it's this. This is my thing. Speaking, connecting with fellow souls, and talking about collective remembrance. There's nothing else to talk about. Everything stems from that. We can talk about it and then we can switch topics, but we're always come back to it. That's what we're here to do. And there's no higher vibe. There's no higher vibration. So everybody, would love if you dropped in and chimed in with your art. Would absolutely love that, because it's so beautiful. You guys saw CL Byrne from Ireland draw that little sketch of me talking to myself, telling myself to slow down, kid. Such a beautiful expression of art. Their whole page on Instagram is art. See, people, I'm still pretty early on in my, like, I made a big fucking breakthrough, like the remembrance. I remembered who I am, but it didn't happen that long ago, people. It just over a year ago. Okay, so there's a lot for me to continue to dive down here, but this is where I'm at with my art right now. Shannon, multimedia visual art would, I guess, be what it is. You don't need to spend money to make art. Use what you have around you. Beautiful, beautiful. I love that. John Crone, I've played in a touring band for over 15 years playing guitar, and have recently just picked up the guitar again in hell times after dropping it during my failed marriage. Wow, that's beautiful, brother. That's beautiful. You're just jamming on that guitar. You're making that guitar have a cigarette after you're done with it. N. Thompson 4, Trey Lenozids, Trevor Castange, welcome in, brothers. How the hell are you? How the hell are you? I hope you guys are doing well. We have some beautiful talks going on. Shannon from North Carolina has been sharing what she's gone through, what woke her up to knowing that she's just this soul in the meat monkey spacesuit. Now, instead of being in law, she works doing her own art. We have John sharing his art about music, getting back on the guitar, slashing it in the garage, I'm sure, or somewhere with his boys or by himself, just to connect with his soul, to express his soul's yearning for his son, William. What's everybody else's art? It can be anything. Really, it could be anything. It's how you're expressing the divine through you. It can be absolutely anything, people. Hour 34 minutes just flying by. That's what happens when you do your art. Time doesn't exist when I'm creating. Ooh, spiritual chills are coming, people. The energy is tickling my skin. Just want to feel this for a second. Oh man, this is beautiful. Only love and light, people. Only love and light. There ain't nothing else. Oh my gosh. Shannon, I'm coming back to you. What just came through me to say is that, Shannon, do you meditate? Is this something you've integrated into your practice? Is this something you've gravitated towards since your waking up moment of breaking down after your father was in that hospital bed with that cardiac arrest? Let me know. I'm very curious to see if you've ever tapped into meditation. We got Lisa here. We got Anthony. We got John Crone, the man himself. We got Shannon, and we got Trey. I love the energy you're bringing here tonight. I love the energy. Yes, you do. Of course she does. People, you see? Of course she meditates. Of course she does. Beautiful. Beautiful. I'd love to know more about your journey with that. Was that something you got into right away? Is it something that took some time to understand how to calm your mind? Did you find it because you were in pain and seeking? Did you just intuitively start? Very curious. Would love to know. Would love to know. Wow. The energy is just pulsing through me right now, people. Hearing you guys speak on this, opening up after the other divine present moments I had today, speaking on stage for the first time, and so beautiful. I know Lisa has tinnitus and she struggles with that sometimes, but Lisa, my ears are ringing right now. Let me tell you, my ears are ringing with this very high pitched whining sound, this very high ting. And that's what I know as when you're feeling alignment and connected. And I think you're just doing it all the time, Lisa, as I know you hear it a lot. I've had your struggles with it and understanding it, but I'm hearing my spiritual sound come through right now. The sound of all of us. That's me 24/7. My goodness, we gotta get you going on the way Becca Lynn is. How she's writing down how her neurodivergency is a gift. We got to get you changing that narrative, Lisa. If you're open to that invitation, I would start writing down that. Like, I love this sound. I don't know. We get you. Repetition's everything. You literally reprogram the supercomputer that is our mind. That we are not it, but it certainly brings. It receives thoughts, that's for sure, and they can drive us crazy if we are identifying with that sound as a negative. We can flip that to a positive. Could you imagine how beautiful that would be? Easier said than done. I don't doubt that. I'm not. Everything I say here, people, is from the highest place, but it doesn't mean it's easy. It's the hardest path you'll ever walk, but it's so worth it. It's not even funny. The pain is not even close to outweighing the joy. What do we got here from John? John, I gave up my art to create a family as they don't really mix, even though it helped me find my soulmate to create a family. But I gave it up to grow a family. It's weird if that makes sense. I know where you're coming from, John. I know where you're coming from, but I think there's a lesson in that, John. I think there's putting up boundaries where, yes, you raise your family, but you have to put your oxygen mask on first, brother. If you're not expressing, that's going to get pent up. And who knows how that expresses in a marriage and all these things that happen, right? So I really think I think today's day and age, and I've honestly seen, John, with certain religious folks, especially Christianity that I've seen, that it's almost like sacrifice is the way, when all you're doing is hurting yourself. And when you hurt yourself, you're hurting others. If we sacrifice too much of our own essence, it's not good for anyone. We have to put our oxygen mask on first, so we can't be there for the people that we love. And if part of that's expressing your art, and you need to express your art, it doesn't take a backseat to a family. It'll only aid a family. So that's just my 2 cents on that. Shannon, I started and stopped the practice of meditating many times since I was young. It was recommended to me because I was a very anxious child. Just in the past few years, I've made it a priority practice. You look at that, people. Just in the last few years, she's making it a priority. She's progressing down the path. It's been off and on with anxiety, but now it's becoming, the last few years, a priority practice. It should be the most important thing you do in a day. Do you hear what I'm saying, people? Meditation should be unequivocally the most important thing you do in a day, before you eat, before you sleep, before you do anything. Anything. Meditation is the last thing to go. Sleep goes before that. Food goes. You can fast. I haven't eaten in 2.5 days right now, people. You don't need it. You need to meditate. There's nothing that should get in the way of you in meditating. I'm sorry. It's just a fact. And if you don't like it, it's just the way it is. Lisa, I generally tune it out. I have to. I just say I'm on a higher frequency. That's it. That's what I'm talking about, Lisa. That's a good reframe. That's abracadabra, as I say, I so shall create. That's what I'm talking about. It is, you were just on a higher frequency. Yes, 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 fellow soul. Spiritual gong. That's what I'm talking about. Adam Waxman, welcome in, brother. How you doing? Namaste. Shannon Edisher, and I feel like I've become back in tune with who I am since. Just making it all make sense. Just backing up all my talk. Backing up all my talk, are you, Shannon? Thank you so much for this energy you brought in the stream tonight. This yin energy to all of our mostly men here energy of yang. See, people, yang is action. Yin is reception. Men are so out there trying to get and go and strive. We need to get more into our vulnerability, into our yin, into our receiving energy. And I have a video I found today that is pretty powerful of this guy making the case, and all the men are going to come out, all the Jordan Peterson type men, all these guys are going to come out if I post it, but it's so true. Wait till you hear what this guy says. He gets deep on it, like deeper than I thought, and I have felt everything he says in this video, and I know every man does, and it hit me like a hammer on the forehead. So maybe I'll share that after. Because we've been having a lot of the men kind of group, but we've had this feminine energy come in tonight with the yin energy from Shannon, from Lisa, from Linz. Maybe I put that up and kind of talk about, hey, that all you women, you yin energies in your meat monkey spacesuits are welcome to come in. Malukers, namaste to you and yours. Is that another feminine soul in a meat monkey spacesuit? Is that more yin energy? You're amazing, Shannon. Or sorry, Malukers. You're amazing. Shannon, you're amazing too. Malukers, are you a fellow soul that happens to be in a female meat monkey spacesuit? Let us know. I think I can see your photo. It looks like you are. But we've been really having some new energy come in here tonight with the women. Oh no, wait, no. Paulo Sergio. Oh, it's you and your wife. You're all blacked out in your blacked out tux. That's what it is, Paulo. You're not a woman. You're a male in your meat monkey spacesuit. You just blend in that photo there. You're the yang to your special woman's yin. There we go. Namaste, brother. Thank you so much. You're amazing, brother. Yes, you're amazing, brother. Takes one to know one. We're just reflecting back and forth to each other right now, brother. I love you, pal. I love all of you. Unconditionally. There's nothing you could do that would make me not love you. I may not like you if you do some things that I wouldn't really like, but it doesn't mean I don't love you. We can't fall out of love, people. We can't fall out of love. There's not one thing you could do to fall out of love. I mean, there's people in your life sometimes, like Linz has had to do to cut out her father, and that was her choice. I've had to do that in my life with people. And it's not like you don't love them. You're doing it out of love. You know that they're not serving your energy. And you're not helping them. They're not looking for it. I'm sure Linz's dad didn't want to listen. Didn't want to hear what she had to say, what Lisa had to say. So, that's okay. Even if you guys don't love them, underneath it all, I know there's only unconditional love. For me, with my people, I love them, but it's not serving anyone to be in their life. And that's hard to hear that is loving, but I honestly think that's fierce, unconditional love. I really do. What Linz did with her father is fierce, unconditional love, whether or not she knows it, in my opinion. Moke17, what's going on, brother? Namaste to you and yours. Malukers, Paulo, I love listening to you, honestly. Brings so much inspiration. Brother, thank you so much, brother. And you're just thanking yourself. I received that as this meat monkey spacesuit that's evil, or that's just my ego. I received that. But what's coming through is just you, brother. So you're saying to yourself, that you are inspiring yourself, because that's all I am at the end of the day. But I receive it. Thank you, brother. Thank you for coming on the stream. Thank you for bringing the vibrations, adding more vibrations to our stream. It's so powerful. Everyone is so important to the collective. We are all embers. Okay, is anybody, oh, this is Linz. Linz, you love a good Rumi quote. His most famous one has to be, you are a drop in the ocean and the ocean in a drop. Well, for us at Collective Memoria, we just say we are the ember from the fire and the whole fire in every ember. That's all of us are. We are embers, taken from Ram Dass's great song, Sit Around the Fire. He uses this analogy which speaks so much to me. Lisa, our peace is more important. Absolutely. Your peace is more important, because guess what? That's you shining your light, Lisa, and protecting your peace and putting your oxygen mask on first and healing yourself, because guess what? That will heal him on some level. Seeing you set boundaries for yourself and Lynn set boundaries is the wake-up call he may need to eventually change. It may be the wake-up call for the person in my life. I don't know. But we can only be where we're at. I'm not trying to be something I'm not. I just feel the energy come through to be like, this ain't aligned anymore. The vibration's not there. You know, I've known people and I've been close to them, and then my energy shifted. Not right or wrong, it just did. Spiritual gong, says Lisa. Let's go. My energy shifted and it no longer resonated with other people. But guess what? That's okay, people. You got to clear out the old to make room for the new. There's so many fellow souls out there to resonate with that are on your frequency, on your vibe. If someone comes to you for help and they're not on your frequency and they actually work hard at it, like me as a coach, I'm all in. But the second I see them not doing the work, then clearly I'm not the person to help them, and we move on. That's okay. That's okay. God bless you, my brother. God bless you, Paulo. God bless you, brother. John Crone's loving it, throwing up the fire. Matt Anderson, 33. What's going on, brother? I think that's Zach Nastasiak's brother, isn't it? I think that is. We got a great group in here. We got Lisa. We got Anthony. We got Brad Gutierrez, Goots. We got John Crone, Paulo, Shannon, Andrew Lowell, 22. I hope I say your name right. And Trey. Namaste to everyone for being here. We got 13 and a half minutes left, people. We are, I love this energy tonight. Very calm, very collected, very earth, ground down. John Crone. I was trained for over 13 years of marriage. Setting boundaries was a big mistake. I refuse to believe in that. Wow. Okay, let me get what you're saying here just to make sure. I was trained over 13 years of marriage. Setting boundaries was a big mistake. I refuse to believe in that. Can you fill me in? Are you disagreeing with me, or are we agreeing? I'm trying to figure out where you're at with what you're saying. Sometimes it could be hard over the messages. You were trained over 13 years of marriage. Setting boundaries is a big mistake. Interesting. I want to hear more from that, just so I don't misinterpret what you're saying there, Johnny. Cronesy. Goots, just got done with dinner back. How was dinner? What'd you eat, brother? What'd you have? How are the bees doing? How are the bees, and how was your din-din? Let us know. Ooh, Linz, I didn't see over there in the kick stream. Oh, I like that way of thinking. Great Broomy quote. Yes, ma'am. Yes, fellow soul. We are the fire in an ember, and an ember in a fire. We are the ocean in a drop, and a drop in the ocean, all at the same time. Blood-stained shadow. That's a heavy handle. What's going on with you? What's going on? Namaste. Thanks for being here. Goots had okay, I always say this wrong. Is it a gyro? A gyro? A euro? I think it's a euro. I don't know. You'll correct me. And the bees are losing 2-0. Okay. Who are they playing? I'll answer that for myself. Who are they playing tonight here? Bees are down. Oh, Hurricanes. Yeah, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. That's a team. That's a wagon. Sabres. Finally, Beck Mallenstein gets on the board. Nice to see Mallenstein get on the board for the Sabres. Panthers seem to be firing it up a little bit. Is Sam Bennett still just doing nothing? I'm pretty sure. Oh, he's got his third assist. He's doing something. Sam Bennett's been real quiet, people. Real quiet. Real quiet. First one you said, gyro. Got it. Shannon Edisher, Carolina. What a team that is, Shannon. If you didn't know that about me, I watched Rob Brindamore lift that cup for the 06 Carolina Hurricanes, and that changed everything for me. I freaking love that guy, Rod the Bod. The way he lifted that cup, people, the passion. He kissed it from the table to over his head for like 7 seconds. It was incredible. Okay, John Crone. Trying to keep my art alive and trying to put my love and energy into my child was taken in a good way, but a bad way. As I should just grow up and not share what made me happy or myself. Trying to keep my art alive and trying to put my love and energy into my child was not taken in a good way, but a bad way. Oh, this is what I thought you meant, Johnny. This is what I thought you meant. You trying to set boundaries and keep your art alive while raising your child, which is 100,000% the right thing to do, was not taken kindly, and your narcissist wife turned it against you. But you did everything to lay down your arms and try to be there for her. But I think there's a lesson in there, brother, right? As you said, as I should just grow up and not share what made me happy or myself. Yeah, I think there's a lesson to be learned there, right, John? I think everything happens exactly how it's supposed to, and we repeat the lessons until we learn them. So what do you think? I'm sure you know. We're on the same wavelength there. What do you think that lesson was learned here? You know, this is some deep stuff, man. It's some deep stuff. Damn. Paulo, go Leafs forever. Wow, coming in hot with the Leafs. Matt Lowe's, namaste. What's going on? Goots, know the other. I thought you said the first. Oh, okay, well, we'll survive with me saying a Giro. Shannon, I was 16, watched Rod raise the cup and been a fan since. Oh my God, wasn't it amazing, Shannon? There's nothing like that Stanley Cup run, from the Cinderella run of the Oilers to the powerhouse of the Hurricanes, the opening night of Hockey Night in Canada for Game 7. There's no better Hockey Night in Canada opener. I don't even know if you've seen that, Shannon. It may not hit the same for you. It was my childhood. You watched it on the American side, but it's legendary. That cup was so legendary. Oh my God. That series was so back and forth. And then Rod the Bod, who lost the cup years before, gets to be the captain. He lost in 04, I think, and he gets to win in 06 as the captain. My goodness. Peter 4175 Flames. Hey Curtis, I played goalie. We played a beer league game and we went into the first period down 2-1, and then I went in the room. There were shitting on my performance. Is that valid? We played a beer league game and we went into the first period down 2-1, and then I went to the room and they were shitting on your performance. Is that valid? I mean, I don't know, brother. I wasn't there. So tell me, what kind of goals did you let in? I mean, I guess it depends if they're, first of all, it's beer league. So no shitting on your goalie in beer league should never, unless they're just joking with you. If they're joking, that's different. If they're getting a rise out of you. But if they're serious, that'd be an assholes for sure. It's fucking beer league. Can we just have some fun? Like, if you want to go play serious, go play Senior A, but they're probably not good enough to do that. Gooby Customs, namaste, brother. Namaste. How the hell are you, pal? Good to see you in here. We going to play at the ODR? No, sir. No, sir. But, I think you mean, I thought you meant like the ODR just random outside or something. I think you mean in Toronto at the People's Rink, that they have the Rink of Dreams or whatever, and they do content. I could think about that. Yeah, I could have my social media team out there. It might be a way for me to come out and get some content, hang with the boys, hang with the peeps. I could definitely see that in the future. I could definitely see that. Michael Eladarola, are you still dating that foxy goalie? Namaste, brother. I am not dating that beautiful soul in her meat monkey spacesuit. I'm not dating her anymore. We're still very, very good friends. I need to return her call, actually. She's called me a couple times. Peter 4175 Flames. Well, one went on my top corner and the second one went off a rebound. I saved the first shot with the pad and then right into the rebound. See, so sounds like somebody put a nice shot in the top corner. You got to respect it. Tip your cap. But the other one, you made the first save. They gotta clean up the rest. So I don't think that's valid. I don't think that's valid at all. First of all, again, it's beer league. You should never be shitting on your teammates in beer league. 2, sounds like it's a 1-1 game if they actually did their job. So it doesn't sound valid at all, pal. Doesn't sound valid at all. If that's the case, do you still have funky skates? I still have our skates, Gooby. They're beat up. They're really beat up, but I still got them. I was hoping to get skates when I was with the Attack, but they never came in. I guess I asked them to order them and they never came in. I would have sent them to you if I got them. I would have sent them to you to get decked out in my new branding and all my colors, but I guess it wasn't meant to be at the time, right? Trey, did you see Quick go nuts? I did. I gotta love that from Johnny Quick. I love that. The Rangers been having a tough season. Player puts the puck in the empty net. He snaps. That's the kind of shit that can turn a team around, people. Isn't that wild? That's the kind of shit that can turn hockey around. A veteran guy who's won cups saying, fuck this, I'm the backup tonight. I'm going to go after their team after the game, start throwing blocker punches. That's what I'm talking about. Is that passion? Is that passion? Yeah, I think so. I think so. Oh, what's his name? Mike Sullivan's licking his chops with that. Peter, thanks. And some players were telling me how to be goalie, but they're players they don't think like a goalie. I feel like, no, I never once told a goalie. I can't tell you, even if a goalie let in an awful goal, I never blamed the goalie because I know that I could never do that job. This guy's mentals, when I played hockey, I would have died if I was a goalie. I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be able to handle that one. First of all, my legs are too long. Mike Wazowski can't be a goalie. If you guys watch my fight review today, talking about how I'm built like Mike Wazowski. It wasn't going to work for me in net. Kyle Ma, what was it like fighting Revo? One of the most asked questions on here, and it'll be our last one here probably for the night. We got just under 4 minutes left. Revo is an asshole. On the ice, he's an asshole. I've heard he's a great guy, but on the ice, dick. Very strong, very skilled, smart fighter. Not tough, but he's made a hell of a career, hasn't he? 1,000 games coming up this year, so very difficult to fight, very frustrating to fight, and you'll have to hear about it in my book, what was so different about the first fight. Nobody really knows this, so it's going to be really interesting when that comes out, and I'll make a lot of good hockey content out of it. Paulo, have a good night, Curtis. Have to be up at 5 a.m. for work. Have a wonderful night, and thanks for all the motivation. Namaste, brother. Namaste, Paulo. I hope you wake up feeling absolutely like $1 million, brother, that you are loved and you are enough. You have a beautiful wife. If you don't wake up and meditate, wake up 5 minutes earlier. Wake up at 4:55. Go to the bathroom, come back, sit on the edge of your bed, meditate for 1 minute, watch your breath. Do that every day. Add it up. Unless you're already doing it already, it'll change everything, brother. Kyle Ma's excited for the book. Let's go. I appreciate you, Kyle. I appreciate you, brother. Sports fan, what's going on, pal? Peter, hey, thanks, Curtis. You are here for a lot of people. Much respect. Namaste, brother. Hey, I am you, brother. I couldn't possibly wish anything bad on any of you. I'm only here for all of you in the way that I can show up. Kyle Ma, married last year. Best decision ever. Namaste, brother. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Sacred Union. Sacred Union. Paulo knows about that. Look at him throwing up the peace signs. Paulo knows about Sacred Union. The most tough task in this universe to live, let me tell you. I'm buying your book for sure. Namaste, brother. Thank you. Trey, namaste. Thanks for the positive energy and vibes. Of course, people. Of course. I come for your positive vibes. You guys come for mine. I come for yours. You guys are all reflecting all this love and light back to me. I'm here for you guys. You're here for me. This is a win-win-win. We only do win-wins, people. There's only abundance in this world. To do anything that's going to hurt anybody is just not knowing who you are. Colton White, everybody. 97. Colton White, 97. National Hockey Leaguer. The first National Hockey Leaguer to join the chat. Are you kidding? How the hell are you, Whitey? What the hell's going on? We're just about to finish up. We're coming up on our 2-hour time. But so happy that you dropped in. First NHLer to drop in, I believe, people. Very, very cool. Post your speech, buddy. Not so fast, Whitey. Not so fast. I'm not posting that. That goes to my speaker kit. That gets chopped up and gets put on my speaker reel. Just clips. Because that's how I'm going to sell myself to be speaking. So, no, you gotta pay for that, Pudsey. You gotta pay for that stuff. That's how it's going to work. That's how we get this funding for Collective Memoria. What you're doing is amazing. Thank you so much, Johnny Corona. I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you so much. Kyle Ma, are you doing lives every night? I am doing lives every night that I'm available right now, Sunday through Thursday, and 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern time. So last week I didn't do Thursday because I had Hockey Helps the Homeless event. So we will be doing it Sunday through Thursday. Yes, Whitey. Yes, you do need to see it live. Cheers, brother. Namaste to you and yours and your beautiful family. I wish you nothing but the best, brother. Keep grinding. Keep grinding. Love to see you back in the National. Love it. Kyle Ma will be here. We got a new weekly and nightly joiner in Kyle Ma. We love to see that, people. Thanks for joining, brother. So I'm now going to go walk the talk. I'm going to go put my oxygen mask on first. Brack says he sent me a private message. No promises, brother. If I can get to it, I can get to it. I'll always get to messages if I can, people. If I can't, it's because I'm cultivating offerings and doing other things for the highest good of us all, believe me. But I'm going to go put my oxygen mask on first. I'm going to go pack up this place because I'm moving out of this Airbnb tomorrow, back up to Owen Sound, and going to get all set. Maybe have a little reading. And thank you. Thank you very much, Lisa. Thank you for the kind wishes of sending me back up. And there's my mama joining in, people. There's Kim Gabriel 10 joining for the last couple seconds here. Mummy, I love you. I hope you had a beautiful, nice, quiet night to yourself with your pupper. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow, Mom. I should be home around 4:30. 4:30 to 5 o'clock. I'll come check in and say hi, give you a big hug. And before I get back to the office for a stream in the office tomorrow night, people. We've had a nice run, a life-changing, stream-changing time on these streams here. It's been beautiful. Mel, welcome in, Mel. We're just about to shut her down, okay, people? We're just about to shut her down. If you're ever in the area, we should link up. Love that, brother. We're definitely going to be doing things in the future. We're going to be having in-person meetups. We're going to be doing all sorts of stuff in the future. This is just the beginning, people. You're in the early stages if you're here. You've joined in the first 7 weeks. Barb Underhill, people, the legendary skating coach of the Stanley Cup champion Tampa Bay Lightning and the not Stanley Cup champion Toronto Maple Leafs. Barb, I hope you're doing very, very well. I wish you and your family nothing but the best. Namaste to you and yours. All right, people, divine present moment. We're signing off on another amazing live. I'm going to take it out on the OBS here first. Get the ending music playing.